EDA meeting. On the 22nd of October 2018.
They gave me your copy.
Oh, all right.
Clock bang in here, are you?
What?
Says the clock bang in here?
Oh,
That one's
probably.
probably always taking that bang.
Yeah.
At city time, you get more done. Keep them later. So have you heard from Rad or
Bob.
Jen or Bob?
Bob, I did, and he said he will be here, so the other ones that did not. Oh, here comes Brad.
Good. Hey, Rad. Hey, Rad.
You can reach that?
You can do lots of things in the chair.
But you're talking about
I know I can't reach it.
Did Bob say if he was gonna make it?
Yes, he did, so.
I know the one watch, huh? This is a quorum, so we can start. Okay, call meeting to order, it's noon. We do have a quorum. Adopt the agenda, is there any additions to the agenda that we need? If not, I entertain a motion to adopt the agenda.
So move. Second.
Motion by second, or motion by Brad, second by Mark. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Approval of minutes from September 19th of 2018. They're in front of you. Had a chance to take a look at them. I would entertain a motion for approval.
So moved. Approve the minutes.
Second. Motion by Mark, second by Brad. Questions or comments on the minutes? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2018-01, call for public hearing, business subsidy, Barret Egg Services, EDA, Barret Petfoods Innovations.
So, working on this Barret pet food project, the city council did approve at their last meeting, an application to submit a MIF, grant application, Minnesota Investment Fund application on behalf of Barret. Barret has also requested some tax increment financing and potentially some loan money from gap financing. So we, at the council meeting last Monday, they called for a public hearing for the tax increment financing. We're also required to have a business subsidy public hearing. Both of those public hearings are on the 17th. This resolution, if the EDA passes it, would allow for the EDA to have a public hearing on the business subsidy as well. We can do that jointly as far as listening, the public hearing part of it, and then the EDA will need to make an action to approve or disapprove the business subsidy separate from the city council, because it would be an EDA loan in addition to the tax increment financing.
So would we do that all in the council chamber, or would we come back in here? I know we've done both. Right?
Yeah, I guess that will be up to you guys, whatever you're more comfortable with. If they wanna recess the meeting so you guys can, go in here and vote, or if you just wanna do it in there, it will be up to you guys. But the public hearing would be on the 17th of December, which is a Monday, 7:30, and again, it would be jointly with the city council to act for the business subsidy part. The council will have the tax increment one, and then the business subsidy would be joint council and EDA.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Lori or Carol? Otherwise, I would entertain a motion on the resolution, and then we can have discussion after the motions, either way.
So moved.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve resolution 2018-01, call for public hearing, business subsidy, Barret Egg Services, DBA, Barret Pet Food Innovations. This discussion has been before us before about the things that we're doing. Bob, you missed Lori speaking about the myth part of it and some of the things we're doing, but you're aware of that. You were at the meeting the other night also, so.
Yep. Sorry I'm late, by the way.
Oh,
My watch is dying.
So was the clock, we had to put that one there
It's
too,
11:30, so
so.
you're way ahead of me, so. Anybody else? Questions, comments from the board? Okay, it's a resolution. Do we have to call the roll on this, Lori?
Sure, I can.
Okay.
So, Gerby,
Yes.
so then we have a sheet, Zilka,
Yes.
Reinitz,
Yes.
and Hercock.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Highway 27 project update.
Yep, so there's been a group called Downtown Coalition, been meeting once a month, usually the first Thursday in the morning at Great River Arts. That's where we've been talking about ideas regarding the construction project next year that's gonna affect downtown and almost all of Broadway, throughout Little Falls, both east and west. Part of that is discussion is what we had at the last EDA, utilizing some funds as matching dollars for applications to other grant projects. I've had talked to Initiative Foundation and Sourcewell, and I can secure $2,500 grants with the matching funds for that for this fiscal year, and another $2,500 for the fiscal year from Sourcewell in 2019. So, and about $7,500 of matching dollars. There's a couple other grant opportunities that other members of the groups are applying for, and maybe we could utilize these matching funds. So, if you've seen it on Facebook, the group did agree on kind of a naming convention for this project. They are looking at it as the Big Dig Little Falls. And then during the construction season next year, because parts of the downtown area are going to be closed off, because Broadway will be closed off for part of it, so you'll have, say, for example, First Street will be dead ended on the south side, will dead end at Broadway. You could make that street and be able to do something potentially within that block, because you're going to have through traffic through there. So they're looking at hosting events during potentially Thursday nights throughout the course of the summer. And this would also align with the Rock the Park event. Not everything is scheduled. This is all still pretty tentative, but looking at starting in June and doing something weekly, having events down there from June through August. So those events then would be called the Cone Zone parties or Cone Zone block parties. So they'd be the Big Dig with Cone Zone events. So I think businesses could kind of fashion their event if they're going to do a sidewalk sale or something alongside one of those events that they could target it as, instead of Crazy Days, it's Cone Zone sales or something like that. So I thought it was pretty creative. It's a good group to work with. It's a combination of business owners and operators in that area. I'd say one of the things that we really need to start additional focus on is what we're going to do on the west side, because that'll actually be completely detoured away from it. Where on the east side, when the detour is there, it's just the block south, around. So we're on the west side. It's in order to get them past the zoo, you have to go all the way up and around and back down Lindbergh to get over. And even then, I don't think it would be Lindbergh. It'll actually be in Paul Larson when they would loop back and get back onto the bridge when construction and streets torn up. So that's next steps to try to engage with more focus what we're going to do on the west side and the partners that we're going to try to work with.
John, could, if anybody's any of you on the EDA, since we've been a big part of this, financially interested in, could you shoot them out?
Yeah.
Any else on that and keep them all up to date on what's going on? Because I get them, so it's
Yep.
some really neat stuff that they're
We started a
talking about.
Google Doc to try to put together a lot of the ideas for what's going on and who might be involved with them, so I can keep that involved. And then the meetings are every Thursday, first Thursday of the month, starting at 8 o'clock, and usually they're Great River Arts. So
Yeah, they're pretty, I was at the first couple and they're pretty interesting. They
Yeah.
really have some great ideas.
Yeah,
floating
we broke out into different groups. One's on events, one's on signage, and one's on marketing. They all kind of overlap a little bit in a lot of circumstances, but so they have had a little bit more. We're getting more focus on things. So a lot of it at first was kind of just, well, what are some things? What is some impact that we can make during this construction project? Because it's really going to be impactful for the businesses while it's going on. It's going to be hard for them to operate during that time. So The intent on the events is to really be more of an intentional focus to bring people downtown, bring people to those places where it would otherwise, if they had the excuse or had the opportunity to say, hey, nah, I don't want to go, just because the construction is going on, there isn't anything special about going there, they're probably not going to want to go. So that's why that's the focus on doing it. We're also talking, we've had some conversations with Sprout about some programming that they're doing potentially, and then some artist contributions. There's some Five Wings Arts Council has a grant potentially available to us or to that group or that project about doing something related to public art, which would be beneficial. Another focus that we're talking about is to do something with the rear entrances of the properties because they may be so important to be able to, that might be the only way to access a building, especially if it's on Broadway.
That's something the EDA might be able to help
Yeah,
with.
and exactly. So if it's, if it's physical work, there's the renovation program. Certainly, if there's accessibility concerns or issues with it, there's that.
A lot of talk on lighting and parking.
Yep,
and,
lighting, parking,
there's some
some
things we can
areas.
do with to help with that. So I think it started out with 4 or 5 people, and now it's got to be 30 to.
Yeah, and
40.
certainly with the signage too. There's some additional money from MnDOT we can do, but we're definitely focusing on making some creative signing opportunities for down there, and then potentially investing in some billboards that talking about the location.
Are they doing anything for bicycles with this project? I haven't looked at the.
No, not that I know
Nothing.
of, other than just the road works and
Okay.
there's additional striping going on. Not that I know of.
Okay.
Will that trail be up by then?
It's supposed to start it next spring. I don't know. So, I don't know.
You could want to talk to Kim about that.
Yeah, Greg Kimball would know. It was supposed to start this fall, but the bids came in way too high this fall. So, because what do you want to say? How do you explain it? It was off-season for putting in the bids.
It wasn't.
People already, their calendars were full.
It wasn't in a good bidding cycle.
Yeah.
So I think the plan is to rebid in January for
Yeah.
next year. Which
I mean, we're gonna have to get bikes across the river at some point, so it's an issue.
That was actually talked about in the bridge, more so than it has been
Correct.
in this Highway 27, because the bridge, it was pretty much, yes, that will be part of it. It's going to be like,
Yes,
But
yes.
yeah, there's definitely going to be some impact, especially with Lindbergh
Yeah.
coming up from Lindbergh too. So I know we have some road work that's going to be going on potentially up and down north and south of Broadway and Lindbergh. So
okay. Anything else on that? Nothing other? Call for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Good.
Motion and second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Greg and Rob, Bob, I'm going to do the signed resolution. I just have to go get a copy of
Save on those
it.
paper clips.
Yeah.
You can always go to the bank, get all you want. Yeah.
It's slowly dying, it's losing time.
My big bag and let me. They're up.
Time for battery.
Really?
Maybe more than my watch almost as cheap.
Everybody's big bag. It is. They're deposited with a paper clip or rubber band.
Hello. We're going to,
I don't know, Wednesday, it all depends on all these funerals coming out.
yeah, I know. I got Wednesday and then I got Thursday and CETA is, I'm up back up there from, I don't even know. And CETA Lombard and then CETA Full Corp and
I'm waiting for duck hunting, so let's see how the funerals line up.
jealous.
I was out grouse hunting this weekend and today my legs are just telling me, you shouldn't do that anymore.
John?
Busting brush.
What is that?
it's a new conference phone.
You got a lockdown hill.
Oh, just got that?
Yeah, I used it twice, I think, so far.
Okay.